Good evening. The word of the day is on call. As some of you may have realized from listening to the word of the day, my mother is a retired nurse. Many years ago, when she worked at the hospital, she was on call, which meant if there was an emergency in town and they needed a nurse to help in the operating room with surgery, she was called to go to work. That changed our lives in a lot of ways because we had to stay where mother could be near a phone most of the time and be within just a few minutes of being able to go to the hospital. She couldn't go very far away from the hospital either. Now, this was before cell phones too, so you couldn't take your cell phone and go somewhere and do something around town. You had to stay at home so you could be called. It also created another situation. Last night the word of the day was wintry mix, and we talked about the fact that there might be rain, sleet, and snow. Folks, there was. We got all three of them today. We didn't get any accumulation of snow, but we had snow falling from the sky. Anyway, when we had bad weather, when mother was on call, we also had to make sure that the driveway was clear and she could get the car to the road and make it to the hospital, just in case she had to be there. I remember one Sunday morning we got up and mother was on call. My dad looked out the window and he thought, oh, it's not too bad. There's a little bit of snow out there, but it's just a little bit. He rolled back over and went to sleep for a little while, woke up and got out and looked out the window on the other side of the house and realized that the wind had swept the hill behind our house clean of the snow, but in other places the snow was about 14 and 15 and 16 inches deep. We had a big snowstorm and the wind blowing hard out of the northeast. It was a cold wind and it was still snowing, but Mom was on call. So guess what we had to do? We had to get the tractor out, hook up the scrape blade, and clear the driveway. I don't know if you've ever scraped snow on a 1949 Model A John Deere with nothing to protect you from the wind blowing about 20 miles an hour and the snowflakes falling and the temperature was 16, and we didn't know what wind chill was, so we just knew it was cold. Well, once we got through cleaning out our driveway, I had to go clean out my grandparents' driveway because they were elderly and they might need something. One of them might have a health problem that they'd need to get out for. I remember one of my uncles had walked down to my grandparents' house, and when I pulled up in the yard on that John Deere tractor scraping the snow, he walked out there and said, "You want me to go around?" He said, "I never seen you get off of a tractor so fast." But when he got back, he said, "I know why you got off that tractor now." He said, "When I topped up that hill up there and the wind hit me," said, "them snowflakes went right through me." We didn't have a snowstorm like that today, and I'm glad now that I'm not on call for anything like that, because even though Mama was on call, the rest of us were on call too. I hope you're not on call for any emergencies like that, and I hope you have a great day.